Something just changed inside the Cleveland Browns organization, and it starts with owner Jimmy Haslam finally breaking his silence on Shedeur Sanders. For months, fans were left wondering if Haslam even believed in the rookie quarterback. But now, with the owner speaking directly to the media, the truth is out, and it's nothing short of shocking. Because behind those calm, rehearsed words, there's a message that could flip the entire Browns quarterback situation upside down. This isn't your regular post-game talk. This is the owner stepping in, drawing the line between loyalty, politics, and power inside the franchise.
And he is exactly right. That's why it was really a mistake.
Because I know whenever I get my opportunity, I got to maximize it.
You know, Shador, hey, he looks really good. It would be awesome to have him. He lied to me.
Change in the mentality standpoint and the mental standpoint is okay.
He's John Elway. I don't think he's Peyton Manning or even Eli. But I think he's the best quarterback they have, and it'll just take him time. And I think he's a good kid.
Jimmy Haslam's silence had been deafening. Everyone, from fans to analysts, wanted to know where he stood on the Shedeur Sanders situation. And when his grandkids showed up wearing Shedeur's jersey, that wasn't just a family moment. That was a signal, a message. Haslam's been around the league long enough to know perception is power. So when people saw that image, the owner's family rocking Sanders' number, it told the world that this wasn't just a rookie story anymore. This was personal. And look, I've been researching about NFL for the last 7 to 8 years deeply, and what I think is that these moments don't happen by accident.
You know, Shador, hey, he looks really good. It would be awesome to have him. He lied to me.
And he is exactly right. That's why it was really a mistake.
Man, listen, Shador is, we talked about it, Earl, he's talented. Like, he has all the talent and the ability you want. He has the leadership qualities you need.
That Shedeur Sanders, over the course of the next 10 months, will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Because here's where things get complicated. Haslam's statement wasn't some random PR move. This was the same owner who allegedly had a hand in moving on from Joe Flacco earlier this year. A move that shocked the locker room. You don't just replace a veteran Super Bowl MVP unless there's someone special waiting in the wings. That's Shedeur Sanders. But lately, reports have surfaced that Kevin Stefanski hasn't been giving Shedeur enough first-team reps. That's not just a coaching preference. That's a power struggle brewing inside the Browns facility.
Do you think Shedeur might get a little bit of a bump and see some of those first reps with your starting offense in Philly?
Yeah, I'm not. We need to get through the next couple of days from an injury standpoint, Mary Kay, and see where everybody is. I'm really focused on all of our quarterbacks' development and every single one of these reps, like they are last night, how important they are. So that's what I'm focused on more than anything.
Now, before we dive even deeper into what Haslam's comments really mean for this team's future, I want to say this. If you love honest, no-fluff NFL breakdowns, hit that subscribe button right now. It helps a ton, and it keeps you plugged into everything happening behind the scenes in Cleveland and across the league. Let's keep building this community of fans who actually see the game for what it really is, not just what the headlines say. So Haslam goes to Ian Rappaport, one of the biggest insiders in football, and gives him this quote: 3 games for Dylan Gabriel is not a great sample size. That's it. On the surface, it sounds harmless. But dig deeper, Haslam just put pressure on his own coach. He's telling the public, don't judge too early because we're still watching both quarterbacks. Translation? Shedeur Sanders is still in play. And anytime an owner says something like that, it sends ripples through the locker room. Then came the follow-up. Haslam said, Shedeur's making progress in practice, so we're going to continue to work with both of these guys. That's not just encouragement. That's a directive. A message that Shedeur isn't going anywhere. The moment an owner uses the word progress about a young quarterback, that's code for, I want him ready. And you better believe Stefanski heard that loud and clear. Now, you have a head coach under heat, a rookie quarterback gaining favor, and an entire organization holding its breath. You can feel the tension in Berea right now. The coaches might be pretending everything's fine, but deep down, they know Haslam's public words have power. When ownership gets involved, jobs are on the line. This isn't just about who starts next Sunday. It's about who survives the season. Because if Stefanski doesn't start producing wins and continues to sideline Shedeur, the fans and front office will turn fast. We've seen it before. One owner's favorite can change the entire direction of a franchise overnight. And hey, if you're still watching, that means you care about the real stories, not the fake noise. So do me a favor, subscribe right now if you haven't already. Every week we uncover what's really happening inside NFL organizations. No filters, no spin, just raw football truth and analysis. Let's keep this energy going, because things with Shedeur and the Browns are just getting started. The twist here is simple. Jimmy Haslam didn't just defend his team, he publicly threw support behind Shedeur Sanders. That changes everything. Because when the man who owns the team calls your name, you're no longer the rookie learning the system. You're the future face of the franchise. That's why people close to the Browns believe Shedeur's appearance on the field isn't just a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And when that day comes, the entire NFL will find out why this kid carries the spotlight wherever he goes. At the end of the day, Jimmy Haslam's message wasn't about stats or records. It was about identity. He's saying, this is our guy. This is the next chapter. And maybe, just maybe, this will be the move that saves the Browns from another season of frustration. Because Shedeur Sanders brings more than just arm talent. He brings energy, swagger, and leadership that fans have been starving for. The Haslam comments are more than PR. They're a prophecy. And if you've been following this team as long as I have, you know this story is far from over.